Hello guys, this is Alex here from the Growing Younger team. And today in this live video, today we're going to talk about arthritis again, but we're going to talk about what sort of effect being overweight and carrying excess weight has on your risk of getting osteoarthritis or joint pain later in life. So let me just quickly do a little overview of what arthritis is. Now, if you refer back to my videos from about 3 weeks ago, we talked extensively about arthritis, how to avoid it, what sort of treatment you can do to improve the condition. So arthritis essentially is wear and tear, especially sort of osteoarthritis. It's a wear and tear process that happens in your joints, particularly in your weight-bearing joints such as your hip and your knee, and the cartilage or the lining of the joint gets worn out. So instead of having a nice smooth surface, you start to get very rough bits sticking out. So there's a lot of grinding going on that causes inflammation and pain. So result of arthritis, so arthritis in general is pretty much the most common, or one of the most common causes of disability in people over the age of 60. So people may struggle to walk up a flight of stairs, get up from a seat, from a chair. So pretty much most of day-to-day activities will be affected depending on how bad the arthritis is. So yes, it's one of the main causes of disability, particularly in the older people. So let me just quickly explain what actually happens. What is wear and tear? So essentially, when we walk, when we jump or run, when we put our foot down, there's a certain amount of impact or ground reaction force. Okay. So that ground reaction force essentially causes stress and wear and tear in our joints, particularly in our knees, hips, and ankles. So if this happens over a period of time, over and over again, so you're getting this wear and tear process happening pretty much every single day of our lives, that wear and tear builds up, and eventually you get arthritis or wearing out of the joints. Okay, so now depending how much weight you carry, this process of wear and tear can either be rather slow or you can make it a lot faster. Okay, so if you are a smaller person, if you if you maintain a healthy weight, so let's look at this person on the left hand side, there's still a little bit of impact when you walk, run, or jump, but this impact is relatively small. Now, if you are in this person on the right-hand side, so you're in sort of obese category, so there's a lot of impact. Every time you take a step, there's a lot of impact on your joints and you're causing a lot of wear and tear. So that's the principle in a nutshell. The more weight you carry, the more stress there is on your joints, particularly your hip and knee, and the faster the wear and tear process is. So let's look at what some of the research, some of the scientific studies say. So I've looked at this one big study review, and what they've actually found is that people who are in the overweight category, they actually run a risk of getting knee arthritis almost 2.5 times that of a person who maintains a healthy weight. So basically your chances of getting arthritis are more than double if you are overweight. Now, if you are obese, your chances of getting arthritis are 4.5 times that of a person who is, who's got a healthy weight. Okay, so this is all confirmed by extensive research. Now, this diagram that you see on your screen right now, so these same researchers, they were actually able to build this graph or this curve. Okay, so on the bottom grid, on the bottom line, you have person's BMI or body mass index. That's essentially your weight to height ratio. Okay, So the more overweight you are, the higher your BMI. Okay, and on the left-hand side, on the vertical axis, you've got the increase of your risk of getting knee arthritis. So essentially, the heavier you are, the higher your chance of getting knee arthritis. And you can see that obviously the curve goes up. So the higher your weight, the heavier you are, the higher your risk of arthritis. And you could see that someone who has a BMI of, let's say, 35, which is definitely sort of in the obese range, your chances of getting knee arthritis are 7 to 8 times higher than someone who is of a healthy weight. So pretty remarkable results. Now, what we're actually offering to you today, if you like to know where you are on this graph, then we are happy to send you a little free report that will basically tell you what your chances are of getting arthritis based on your weight and height. Okay, so all you really have to do is head over to our webpage, growingyounger.co.nz/knee arthritis risk. Okay, so growingyounger.co.nz/knee arthritis risk. And you have to just fill in a little form on the right hand side and give us your name, your height and weight, and we'll send you back within a couple of days. We'll send you back a brief. It's a one-page little report, just tells you how many times you are, how many times more you are at risk of getting knee arthritis based on your weight and height. So we're offering this for a limited time, so don't delay. You'll find out where you are on this curve right in front of you. Okay, so all the best for now. I will talk to you on the next video.